the show moving right along. You guys ready for your next comic? I said, are you ready for your next comic? This next guy coming to the stage has been doing it for quite some time now. I love it when he comes around. Please start clapping right now for Jeremiah Turner, everybody.
What's up, guys? Or as they say in Spanish, good day, mate. So, if it's not apparent now, I am ugly. Yeah, I found out when I was younger, I asked this girl I had a crush on if she liked me, and she was like, well, I mean, you're funny. It's like, I didn't ask that, I asked if I was cute. Could you get back on the subject? And it's like, just take the compliment. Fine, I'll take what I can get. But I am ugly. I like to say that I use birth control. It's called being a 5 out of 10. 6 on a good day and a 6.5 if you're drunk. It's weird being a 5 out of 10 because I'm not ugly enough for people to shiver in fear when I walk past. But I am ugly enough that people say things like, Shrek called, he wants his nose back. It's not fun. I hate it. But it's cool. I get used to it. I also think it's funny. I think of ugliness a lot like the N-word. Let me explain myself. I think the word ugly is a lot like the N-word because when I say it with my friends, it's funny and it's cool and like we get away with it because we're like, it's whatever. We use it as a joke. But like, if a pretty person says it, it's like, whoa, hold up a second. No, you don't get to say that word. No, that's our word. That's a word for me and my friends that we can use ironically because we are reclaiming that word because you've used it as a term of oppression. And for too long, we have stood on the foot of pretty people. And I have a dream that one day we will strive for equality. That my ugly brothers and sisters one day will be on level playing ground with our pretty brothers and sisters. I have a dream, come on church, I have a dream that one day pretty people will not look at us by the content of our face, but the content of our character. Because I believe I have a great personality. I honestly do. I mean, that's my opinion. Like, I don't want to toot my horn, but beep beep. I mean, that's a perk of me. I'm a nice guy. I'm pretty submissive. I like to say that if I were a gene, I'd be recessive. It's just me. And I think it's interesting, like, dating me is a lot like, how do I put this? If you dated a guy that worked at McDonald's, because he was nice to you, and he gives you free Big Macs or whatever, and then you find out years later when you're dating him that he's an African prince. Thank you, Eddie Murphy. Such an old joke. But yeah, has anyone seen the recent Star Wars movie? Yeah! Hot dog. Thank you. I liked it. It was cool. Me and my friends went to see it. We got there really early because we wanted to get good seats, but we didn't. It was unfortunate. Like we were way in the front. Like we were so close to the front. If we had like gotten any closer, we would have been watching the movie just like this. Like the screen's right here, and we just can't see anything. Like we can hear it though, and find out what it's like to be blind for a day. But no, we got there early and we were just sitting there. And so me and my friends started talking. And we were talking back and forth about just life in general. And net neutrality had just failed, a lot like my GPA. And so we were just sitting there talking about that. And eventually I thought I'd crack a joke with her to keep it light. And I was like, well, I guess I'll just call my mayor. And she thought I said bear. And I was like, no, I meant to say mayor. But if we were regular people, that's how the conversation ends. But we're not. We're theater majors because we don't want to make money. And so we continue our conversation and we're talking about what would happen if a bear actually ran for mayor. What kind of bear would we want? Would we want like a polar bear from Vermont named like Bernie Sanders or something? Or just any other kind of bear? And in my opinion, I think I'd like a Republican bear. Here's why. If I could have a Republican bear in Congress, and we be in the forest. I don't know why we're being in the forest. You guys can find out. We're all adults here. Let's think to ourselves, why in the forest? And we're meeting in the forest and we make eye contact. He's not trying to maul me. He's instead crossing to the other side of the forest because I look suspicious and he doesn't roll with people like me. And while he's crossing the street, he's probably explaining to me why he's not racist. Like, I'm not racist. My best friend's a black bear. And I'm like, okay, that's okay. As long as I don't get killed, that's fine. Thank you so much, guys.
Jeremiah, everybody, keep it going one more time for him.